Empowering Overcomers, Step 2, Increase Self-Love. What do you need to overcome? Depression, anxiety, trauma, abuse, addictions, burnout, fear of not being good enough? Our life experiences can give us hard things to deal with, but you don't need to be a victim or even a survivor. You can be the champion of your own story as you overcome your challenges. The process of healing or overcoming takes 3 steps. 1 is feel good. Step 2 is increase self-love. And step 3 is to become aware and let go. In this video, I will be explaining how to increase self-love. When you talk to cognitive behavioral therapists, they will tell you that whatever problem you happen to be facing, if you ask enough questions, it's always going to lead back to the question, am I lovable? Also, researcher Brene Brown did a 6-year study on what causes shame. She studied about what is it that makes some people happy, some people feel confident, some people feel like they don't belong or don't fit in or are not good enough. She said when it came down to it, there was really only one variable that made all the difference, and that is whether or not a person believes that they are worthy of love and connection. It's all about what we believe. Am I lovable? Am I worthy of love and belonging? And in this video, we'll be helping you to be able to answer yes to all of those questions. It's a good idea to ask yourself 3 questions to become more self-aware. The first is, what do I think about myself? The second is, what do I think other people think about me? And the third question is, what do I think that God or the universe or my higher power thinks of me? It's interesting to note that imposter syndrome often arises when we want other people to value us more than we value ourselves. Sometimes we can make it work, but even if it does, we feel like we don't deserve it. Self-sabotage can often occur when, on a subconscious level, we're trying to make our experience match what we think we deserve, or match our self-limiting beliefs, what I can be or what I should be. Self-sabotage makes us right. It validates our self-limiting beliefs. I'd like to explain the difference between self-esteem and self-love. Self-esteem can mean that I know I have something of value to bring to the table. I have some talents, some skills, some abilities. And it often comes with the belief that I have value because, or I have value if, or I have value when. It is conditional on something that I do or something that I accomplish. Self-love is a little bit different. It's a feeling that I know I have value when I'm doing nothing. I accept myself. I have nothing to prove and nothing to fear. I am, and that is enough. Confidence and self-esteem are great, but the ultimate goal includes self-love. One question that's often in our minds is, do I have to earn love? We are born with an innate sense of justice. We always want things to be fair, and when things don't seem fair, they really bother us. And part of understanding fairness is that we have to earn things. A natural conclusion is I deserve love if, and it can be if I'm good enough, if I'm perfect, if I'm rich enough, if I'm pretty enough, or if I please everyone. Now, it is true that there are things in life that we have to earn, but it's also true that there are some things in life that we don't have to earn. They are intrinsic or inherent. If something is intrinsic or inherent, you don't have to earn it. You already have it, and you have a right to it, simply because you exist. You have intrinsic value and inherent worth. You are worthy and deserving of love. You don't have to earn love. You were born worthy of love. Let's think about a mother and a newborn baby. What does a baby have to do so that their mother loves them? The answer is absolutely nothing. They don't have to earn it. Now, does that mean that we never have to do anything? That our behavior doesn't make any difference? Of course not. The behavior of a child can cause the parents to be pleased and proud, or disappointed, or angry, or frustrated. We can be all of those things, but the love still remains. Now, if you did not get that love as a child, it is not your fault. It's not that some babies are worthy of love and some babies are not worthy of love. If you did not receive that love, it is because your parents could not give what they did not have. So how do we begin to build self-love? Well, it begins with self-compassion. Treat yourself the way that you want other people to treat you. One thing that's helpful is to create a success journal and write 2 good things that you did every day. Start giving yourself credit for the good things that you do. It's also very important that we stop negative self-talk. There is a phenomenon called the mere exposure effect, where researchers have found that if we hear something over and over again, we believe it. Whether or not it's true doesn't make any difference. If we hear it a lot, if it's familiar, we believe it. If someone has told us we're not good enough, we're too lazy, we're too stupid, we believe it. If we tell ourselves that we're not good enough, that we're not smart enough, we will believe it. It's very important to monitor our self-talk and to disrupt any negative thinking about ourselves. One way to do that is if we have a negative thought about ourselves, stop and replace it by saying, I am the kind of person who is kind to myself. And if you have to repeat that 100 times a day, that's okay. Whenever a negative thought comes in, stop. I am the kind of person who is kind to myself. Another tool to help increase self-love is called an I am poster. An I am poster is a combination of words and a picture, and this helps to engage both hemispheres of the brain, which helps us to be able to accept it a little bit faster. Spend 2 minutes each morning and each evening just focusing on the I am poster. It's helpful if you do it while listening to music that doesn't have words, just instrumental music or some epic music from your favorite movie. You can download a free I am poster at the Hope for Healing website at hopeforhealingfoundation.org, and we have several to choose from. Another tool that we can use to help us increase self-love is mirror work. For mirror work, you just look into a mirror and say things to yourself like, I love myself, I am lovable, I am worthy of love, I am worthy of belonging, I am powerful, I am capable, I am good enough, I matter. When you start, this can actually be uncomfortable if you don't believe those things. But remember the mere exposure effect. If we continue to say these things, we will begin to believe them. Another tool that we can use to help increase self-love is to serve other people. We increase our confidence and self-esteem when we serve others. There was a study done where some researchers were trying to determine what kinds of things help increase confidence and self-esteem. They took a group of people and divided them into different groups. One was a control group where they said, just keep doing what you're doing, don't change a thing. And another group, they suggested that they pamper themselves. Go get a massage, go do a little retail therapy, treat yourself really well. Another group was asked to do all of those things that we instinctively and reflexively do, and that is to hide all of our flaws and try to get people to notice the things that we're good at. The final group was asked to do a small, kind act of service every day. After a period of time, they brought all of the participants back to see if there was any change. The control group was the same as they were before. The group that pampered themselves actually didn't have much change either. They were pretty much like the control group. The group that was asked to hide their flaws actually had lower confidence and lower self-esteem. The only group that showed an improvement was the group that served others. Loving and accepting ourselves includes forgiving ourselves. So, how do we do that? There's lots of different ways, but I'm going to share a tool with you called a visualization exercise. I'd like you to close your eyes and take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. I want you to imagine yourself in a beautiful, safe surrounding. Pay attention to the details. Where are you? What does it look like? What colors do you see? What sounds do you hear? Now I want you to visualize in front of yourself a large mirror. You can see yourself from head to toe in this mirror. But this mirror isn't a regular mirror. It's a magical mirror where you can see yourself now, and you can also see yourself in the past. Everything that you've done, everything that you've thought, everything shows up in this mirror. When you look at yourself in the mirror, I want you to pause and pay attention to your body. What sensations do you feel when you look at that image in the mirror? Is there a tightening of the throat? Is there a churning in the stomach? What do you feel? And notice where in your body you notice these sensations. Are there any emotions that come up when you look at yourself? We're going to take a deeper look at these trapped emotions or these blocks. What color are they? What shape? What is the texture? What is the temperature? Is it hot? Is it cold? What is the density? Is it light like a cloud or heavy like a rock? I just want you to pay attention and become aware. Now we're going to do a body scan. I want you to start from the top of your head and work your way all the way down to the bottoms of your feet. And notice any of these trapped emotions or these blocks. When you find one, don't judge it. You don't have to do anything about it. Just notice it and say, I see you. I am aware, and move on. Now I want you to visualize an opening in the top of your head. And through this opening, a beautiful white light pours through the hole, and it fills your body. This beautiful white light gently dissolves all of these trapped emotions, all of this negative energy, all of these blocks. Now visualize yourself holding a balloon. And all of this dissolved negative energy flows through your body and out your arm and up into the balloon. And when the balloon is filled, it floats away. Another balloon appears in your hand, and you fill that one as well. You can fill as many balloons as you need to. Now visualize beautiful crystal clean water flowing into that opening in the top of your head. It flows through your body and exits out your fingertips and the bottoms of your feet. And it washes away any residue, and you are clean. Next, through that opening in the top of your head, a beautiful golden light flows through, and it fills every space in your body. This golden light heals and repairs any damage, and you are whole, and you are perfect, and you are worthy. You are worthy of love and connection. You are worthy of being seen and heard. You are worthy of respect. This golden light fills you to capacity, so much so that it can't be contained in your body and extends beyond your body. And the people around you can feel the love, joy, and peace radiating from you. This light that extends around your body creates a shield, and you are protected, and you are safe, and all is well. Now I want you to look back into the mirror at that image of yourself. And now as you look, you notice that there are strings attaching you to the image of the mirror. These strings are the relationship that you have with yourself. I want you to notice where they are attached. Is it your head, your heart, your gut? Pay attention. Now I want you to look at the ground and notice a large pair of scissors. Pick up the scissors and cut through all of those strings, and you are free. Now look into the mirror and tell yourself, the past is over. It doesn't matter anymore except for what we can learn from it. I forgive you for not being the way I wanted you to be. I forgive you for everything you did or said that offended or disappointed me. I forgive you for everything you did not do and did not say that offended or disappointed me. Please forgive me. I love you. Now I want you to look into the mirror and notice a beam of light that goes from your heart and is reflected into the heart of the image. This beam of light represents a positive, healthy connection where love is freely given and received. I want you to send a message of love and appreciation to the heart of your reflection. And I want you to feel that message of love and appreciation being reflected back to you and received. Now I want you to look into the image again and say, the past is over. It doesn't matter anymore except for what we can learn from it. I forgive you for not being the way I wanted you to be. I forgive you for everything you did or said that offended or disappointed me. I forgive you for everything you did not do and did not say that offended or disappointed me. Please forgive me. I love you. All is well. Now look into the image in the mirror and notice the smile. Now I want you to take a deep breath in and exhale. And again, inhale and exhale. And gently open your eyes. Next, we're going to talk about the action steps that go along with the learning from this video. Now, it can be challenging to start a new habit. There's a wonderful book by James Clear called Atomic Habits that gives some really good tips. One is called habit stacking. That is to be able to place the new habit and attach it to something that you already do. Do it right before I do this or right after I do that, something that you already do. The next thing is to make sure that the new habit is less than 2 minutes. Some suggested action steps for this video include the I am poster. Focus on the I am poster while listening to epic music for 2 minutes. We can also say, I am the kind of person who is kind to myself. The next tip is to have an accountability partner. Find a friend or a family member and say, hey, I'm working on myself. I'd like you to help me out. Every day, can I just send you a text that says, hey, I did it, and maybe you could respond with an emoji. Using these small and simple tricks can help increase our likelihood of success and follow-through from less than 10% all the way up to more than 90%. Remember that choosing one small thing and actually doing it is far more effective than wishing to do many things and then not doing any of them. Please go to the Hope for Healing website to download your free tracking sheet at hopeforhealingfoundation.org. I encourage you to watch the other videos in this series on empowering overcomers. There's step 1, feel good. Step 2, increase self-love. Step 3, become aware and let go. Parts 1 and part 2, overcoming trauma and abuse, and why you are good enough right now. My name is Linda Bjork, and I am an overcomer. I have overcome depression, anxiety, trauma, self-limiting beliefs, and self-sabotage. I started Hope for Healing nonprofit to help empower others to overcome as well, and I have interviewed hundreds of experts and overcomers on my podcast, Linda's Corner, to be able to reach and help even more people. I invite you to read one of my books, like Crushed, A Journey Through Depression, or You Got This, an action plan to calm fear, anxiety, worry, and stress. Thank you.